No, I just want to go on a quick little rant here. Nickelodeon shows these days suck, and like they have this show with Fred now. It's called Marvin Marvin. If you see the previews for it, it's fucking god awful. I swear. It's just this they try too hard, and I liked watching iCarly sometimes, but even then, sometimes the storylines just were ridiculous, and what I mean by that was like how these they were offered like $100,000 for like the rights to their show. I mean, come on. It's like they had all this money at any time when they needed it, uh, and they would. I don't know. It's just unrealistic because like go to back to a show I liked, Pete and Pete, for example. If they needed money, they would do it the old-fashioned way, like trying to sell newspapers or like when Little Pete was trying to get that jetpack or something so he could fly until he found out it was a leaf blower. Uh, Let me know if you remember that show or that particular episode. But and then and I like Drake and Josh too, but even then sometimes it was unrealistic. Like Megan got $50,000 from Henry Doheny because she revived his career or something, and you know I don't know. I know it's just supposed to be for fun and it's just like to get away from the real world and stuff, but I think you have to have some hint of truth to it in reality because then it's just I don't know. I mean, yes, you gotta let your imaginations be wild, but I mean, when you look at shows today back then, like with shows like Pete and Pete and Rugrats and Doug and Salute Your Shorts, and if you remember this one, Hey Dude, that one was like really back in the early '90s, and then Clarissa Explains It All, and then Hey Arnold, you got all the classic cartoons. And, like there's like a couple shows that I think are still good today. SpongeBob though, uh, when you show them like nonstop for multiple hours, day after day, you start to whore them out. And it does get old a little bit, but it's still overall good show in my opinion. And so is Fairly Odd Parents, but they don't really show that on a consistent basis. Really, they still have new episodes and stuff that come out for it. But they uh, yeah, iCarly just finished. That was probably the only decent show left. Victorious, I didn't really watch that at all. And now they're coming out with like the spin-off from Victorious in iCarly with the character Kat and then the character Sam. Uh, Kat was from Victorious and Sam was obviously from iCarly, and they're going to run their own babysitting service. And supposedly, there's supposed to be a spin-off with Gibby's character where he runs this like he's like a mentor to these kids or something in the show. I don't know, but I don't know. I just like the old school Nickelodeon. I know a lot of others have said that in the past, and or like our '90s Nickelodeon. If you have also like the channel, not just cable but dish or whatever, there's a Teen Nick is a channel, and then there's a block that comes on during like midnight, and it's called the '90s or all that. It shows you old. It airs the classic Nickelodeon episodes from back then, and I don't know. I just miss it. It's my childhood. I know a lot of other people would probably agree with that. I think for the most part, especially if you know where I'm coming from, you growing up in the '90s and everything. But I just wanted to go on a little rant. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy, but excuse me. That's all I gotta say. And as always, I'm Nam, and I'll see you next time.